Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Tracy Shuchart, senior economist, and here are the headlines while we were away. We have Trump is now speaking at the Detroit Auto Club. He said, I would love to see oil at $53 a barrel. Now, oil didn't react until he said, we'll get oil prices down even further. We did see a dip in prices over $1. It has now retraced all of that and back to where it started, still trading at 61.18. He also said that he was going to speak about Iran tonight. When asked if help was on the way to Iran, he says, you're going to find out soon. He said it is also a good idea if Americans evacuate from Iran. He also said in a social media post that told Iran protesters that help is on the way as Israel expects airstrikes. So keep that in mind, particularly if you are trading any commodities that involve Iranian trade. That would be crude oil. He also said he would pick a Fed chair in the next few weeks. So this doesn't sound like anytime soon. Few weeks sounds like, more than 2. So keep that in mind. Of course, he also had nothing good to say about Powell, and he said Powell kills every market rally, and he wants to fire Powell, et cetera, et cetera. Next, we have a U.S. Senior Trump administration official says that the United States could take concrete steps in acquiring Greenland within quote-unquote weeks or months, though completing any deal would take longer. It was Thomas Dans, Trump's Arctic commissioner and a key advocate of this idea, said progress could move quickly, but it would still require winning the trust and support of Greenland's population. Obviously, Denmark and Greenland have repeatedly said Greenland's not for sale, and most polls show that Greenlanders oppose becoming a U.S. state. Moving on, we had a 30-year auction today, delivered a strong result. Demand was robust for the security, yielding well more than 100 bips above the current yield. So that is very, very good for the 30-year. Moving on, we have crude oil traders. We finally have CTAs have finally turned bullish on crude for the first time since September. The trend following commodity trading advisors, they use computer models to bet on price moves, are about 18% long relative to their maximum possible positions in Brent oil futures as of today. Now, 18% is not really a lot, so that has more to go, but there is hope. They're finally long for the first time again since September. And so we'll keep an eye on that. And if you look at MenthorQ, or if you use MenthorQ, if you look to their CTA models, they are also showing that same data. So if you don't have that, you can go check out a free trial with them. They're great. And moving on, we have, I wanted to just remind everybody that maybe you weren't here this morning, that they are changing the precious metals margins rules. So CME will set gold, silver, platinum, and palladium margins as a percentage of notional value instead of a fixed dollar amount, effective after the close today after a surge in volatility. The change aims to better reflect risk and reduce frequent adjustments through extreme volatility that could prompt further increases. And we talked about this morning when Jimmy told us this news that, it is a lot calmer for markets this way than consistently every other day having them raise margins and creating kind of a shock to the market. So this is really a more efficient way to handle the situation at this extreme volatility. And good news, you guys, if you wanted to trade silver, CME Group is launching a 100-ounce silver futures contract to meet record retail demand. It is scheduled to start trading on February 9th. Pending regulatory review, the symbol will be SIC as in cat. So that is a much better contract size, much smaller than the micros that are 1,000 troy ounces and silver that are 5,000 troy ounces. This will be a 100-ounce silver futures contract coming. And then I just wanted to address, there's another stupid rumor on X going around for the second time that they're going to cancel the silver contract because there's not enough for delivery. This is simply not true. What happens if there is not enough for delivery? And this goes for any product that you trade. If you're taking physical delivery, you either can financially settle your contract or you roll it out to another month. Literally, this is actually happened in the past before. CME Group has this in their website under delivery rules. So if you hear this crazy rumor, it's simply not true. CME is well prepared for situations when it comes to delivery issues or not. And with that, I will pass it to Jim for an Edge report.
Thank you, Tracy. That silver news was sick. Anyone get it? It was a bad joke. SIC. Anyway, let's take a look at gold. This is today's 10-minute gold chart, intraday gold chart. A lot of stuff going on. Every time we get down around the bottom of the value area down here around 50, 45, 88-ish, 45, 80-ish in that, I guess it's a yellow rectangle now. Buyers are pushing us back up. Buyers are pushing us back up. Buyers are pushing us back up. We haven't got back up there yet. Now, the one thing that happened, though, that was different, we talked about that VWAP touch. We have the opposite VWAP touch happen, right? We went all the way down to the pivot during lunch. Buyers brought us back up, and I kind of circled that. Let me just open this up a little bit more. And we literally traded through temporarily that session VWAP, and then sellers brought us right back down. No confirmation candle, no follow through. This was a rejection. Sellers still in charge right now. Now, one thing to keep in mind is some pretty big wicks down here, though. Every time we get a little bit, below that JAX 1 level at 4,600, buyers are coming back in. So we have a kind of a tight range here, corresponding with, of course, the point of control, which is at 46.02. So that's my range for this afternoon. I'm thinking in terms of longs at JAX 1, shorts at VWAP until notified otherwise. Let's shoot over. We got a couple breakouts in potential here. Let's go with the bond chart right now. Tracy mentioned the auction. It was pretty good auction, about 66% indirect bidders, which was pretty good, and a 0.8. Let me make sure I got my numbers properly right. Hang on, everybody. I lost it. 0.8, stop through 0.8 basis points. So that was really good. And there's bonds. I mean, this is we're developing a second competing point of control now at 115, 26, 30 seconds. The original point of control has been sitting here forever at 115, 14, 30 seconds. And this is literally on a daily chart for the January. Go back to December, it was slightly below that. So price happiness is slowly moving up here. We don't have a breakout, though. We don't have a breakout up into the 116 handle yet. It's trying, but not quite there yet. Not really ascending triangle either. Just kind of range-bound sideways action. Nothing much to do left for the rest of the day, I don't think. Here's just kind of a 10-minute chart again. Nice point of control. We're right around it, pretty close to that 9 EMA. Again, probably not a lot to do. We did touch that 0 DTE call resistance, and Tracy mentioned that MenthorQ level. That's a MenthorQ level. These things are golden, in my humble opinion. I'm not trying to sell them, but everybody should consider it. Let's go over to Bitcoin for our next possible breakout to the upside here. Bitcoin is doing pretty good today. So here's a daily candle. We have those December highs here. I have highlighted 94,965. And, we flirted with it a few sessions ago and then kind of sold off right back to the middle of the December range. I'll call it the December range. It's been a longer term consolidation than just December, but you're just highlighting the December highs and lows. That's kind of where we're at. And so now we're kind of pushing off of the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA and the 38.1% retracement up to a 50% retracement to that 50 EMA. No wick at the top of this candle. And these December highs are now in sight. So possible breakout to the upside here on the Bitcoin. We will see what happens. Intraday, we lost VWAP in the rearview mirror like almost immediately. And we're pretty much talking about, 8:30 in the morning. I'm sorry. Let's see. What is that? 10:30? I don't even know what time this was, but last night. And then we just kind of traded above it. Another VWAP touch, pushed it up higher. And then rear view mirror for the VWAP, session VWAP. Point of control officially is down here, although point of control in the micro Bitcoin aren't always that great. So boom, lift off. We broke out of that MenthorQ 1 day max. R2, forget about it in the rearview mirror. This is off to the races. One thing I do want to show you, though, I do want to go back to gold really quickly here. Tracy's talking about margins and notional value, and it can be confusing. But we have a tool here, and I'll put the link into the chat a little bit later on this afternoon. See this bar up here I have? So this is a gold chart. I'm just going to click on the upper left of that little bar on the top of my chart, and a little information window pops up, and it does the math for you on every single contract. So it'll follow you if you have your charts linked. And here you can see we have where's it at? We have the notional value is calculated for you, and for the big contract, it's 460,620. Get your head around that. That's a big, big contract. Of course, the micros are 1/10 the size. So if you want to know what the margin is for overnight, you're just going to multiply that notional value, in this case, times 5%, because that's what the CME kind of said it was going to be. So it's about $23,000 right now. Notional value increases, margin increases, notional value decreases, which is basically price, then that margin goes down as well. That's going to affect overnight, probably not day traders for a while, if ever, but that's how easiest way to figure it out. I'll put that into the chat a little bit later, guys, so anybody using a desktop could get it. That is this afternoon's Edge Report. It is time for our main event to trade the close with Nick for a tick and Captain Joey Morgan. How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, Jim?
Joey, you traveling, man?
Yeah, I'm in St. Louis right now.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ch
That sounds fun.
trading from the travel setup today.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say maybe you just woke up late and you're just getting out of bed. I don't know.
No, no, we've been up early. We watched a little bit of CPI action today and um price action and just
There you go.
we've been at it.
Well, that's Tracy grew up in St. Louis. She calls
Oh,
it the
nice.
Lou. She's in the
Oh,
chat saying the Lou.
nice. Yeah, it's an adjustment trading on the travel laptop, or the travel setup because I'm used to having this big giant screen in front of me. It's a 42-inch ultra wide curved, absolutely beautiful screen. And then I have to use this and I feel like I've been spoiled at home and it's
Yeah.
just not the same.
Yeah. Well, you look great. You sound great. Nick, good afternoon. How you doing, man?
I am good, Jim. Joey, good to see you.
Nick?
I was thinking about you, Nick, last couple days.
Is it because I got sucked into a bet yesterday afternoon?
Well, that's just for me, that's just like the cherry on top of the cake right there.
Yeah, I gotta plan my schedule accordingly tomorrow afternoon to make sure I can grab this, let alone film me buying this damn thing.
Well, I'm not quite sure. Maybe what is a onesie? I don't even know.
So like a single zip up fleece outfit, I guess is the way I could describe it, what a onesie is. Unfortunately, this one is a Bucky's onesie that includes a lifelike tail that I did share on X.
Oh man, everyone's ready for it, man. No, I was thinking of you because you're in such good shape, and I've been, since Thanksgiving until Friday last week. I have not done one single exercise, and I think I
Hmm.
gained about 15 pounds. And I was like, all right, we gotta get in shape. We want to be lean and in shape like Nick. So that's why I was thinking of you.
Nick needs to put like another 15 pounds of muscle back on post first year as a dad. That was my biggest learning experience was you're so worried about everyone else eating, the wife and the baby, that sometimes like it's me like realizing I'm not getting enough calories in the given day because I look and it's 9 o'clock. So that's my goal for 2026 is to put on the baby weight that I lost, in
You could
fact.
have my 15 pounds. So anyway, let's get into it. Joey, what are you thinking about this afternoon? And Nick, you could show your charts.
Yeah, I just watching the Nasdaq right now. We're kind of ranging in the middle of IB, just kind of up and down through the IB range here right now. I took one trade this morning. We did catch a little bit of a break below IB low, so caught a nice long down here after we broke that and saw some strength to ride it back up. So happy with that. Decent IB range. I think we have about a 230 point IB range on the NQ right now. So just watching, see what happens down here at IB low. If we catch some more strength, maybe we see an opportunity to take it back up. If not, then we'll just kind of wait and be patient. But so far, pretty much ranging in between IB.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. That sounds good. Nick, how about you, man?
I mean, I'm currently in a long, kind of off last week's area high. Down here at the 820s, which is the level I was calling resistance, I think, in the last couple of weeks randomly. So kind of taking a long off there. I'd be low down here. And it just seems like, as volatile at times as the indices have been. I mean, it's been slow, I guess. I was short post CPI and ended up letting it kind of round trip me a little bit, which was unfortunate. But now trying to long here at the bottom of the range. See if we can get a push back up towards the week open. It's OPEX, so I'm not expecting too much of a range expansion this week, especially with more data on deck. So we'll see if we can get a rotation back up at least to the 900s. I'll be happy kind of taking this single guy off there. But I haven't traded a whole lot today.
All right. My only question is, when does that stop get moved to break even?
I don't know if it is, Jim.
Okay.
Not at least until 900s.
Okay. That's fair.
I will take the stop out. It's all right.
I'll be nervous for you then, brother.
I mean, I don't. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I should have been trading silver today. It's been wild.
Oh my God. So a couple things before I go. I know nothing, ER. I don't know the answer to that question. Either way, I have no idea, man. I get here in the morning, I punch the clock and I talk. So that's that's what I do. So a special service announcement though, tomorrow after trading the close, so that would be 4 p.m. East Coast time. We have the one and only Jared Tendler is going to be with us doing a retail therapy session. It's going to go an hour, 4 o'clock right after trade the close. He's got a couple of traders, independent traders, as Pax would call them, and he's going to interview them and walk them through the process. Remember, he is a author of the mental game of trading, and he's a trading coach. He's among other things, high performance coach. Really, Jared's a great guy. Got to meet him late last year. So that's a special event tomorrow at 4 p.m. So I just want to let everybody know that. Don't skate out early. Having said all that, hit that subscribe button and get ready to hit that like button because these two guys are ready to go. And so let's get it going for Joey and Nick. And I'm going to dip into the chat.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
The one thing about Mr. Tendler that I learned at our little NT Live meetup is that he's an insane golfer. Who knew?
Ooh.
Like will absolutely take your money on the old links. I didn't play with him, but I just was hearing things throughout the day.
I need to spend more time like trying to get good at golf, dude. The only thing I can do in golf is I can drive. Like I can hit the ball extremely far. But anything in between driving and putting, just forget about it, dude. Like I'm absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat with you there. But yeah, they said it in the chat. He's also a great pickleball player, golfer, and arm wrestler, as well as a fantastic performance and psychological trading coach.
Professional arm wrestler.
Make sure everyone tunes in after trade the close tomorrow. He's done a few of those sessions with us, and they are always awesome. And they will be linked back, I believe, that you guys can watch it back in the event that you're unable to join us live after the close tomorrow.
Nice.
So, chat, how are we doing? Good afternoon. Good morning for some of you.
Cooper, good afternoon. Nick, how's your New Year been?
Slow start to the new year for me as far as trading, but overall, man, it's been good.
Good.
Just living the dream, I guess.
Let's
What about you?
Not bad. It's been a good start to the year.
Yeah, I still kept it very light as far as trading. I just have not quite been ready to jump in. And I mean, we really haven't done a whole lot. Given I basically, post Thanksgiving said I wasn't gonna do too much, and we really have not left that same little range in NQ that I stated when I made that statement. We were trading it at the time. So
yeah,
I know ES and the Spoos are happy to make new all-time highs here, and if you guys have heard me rant all summer, that is my least favorite tape to trade is when we are in price discovery mode at the all-time highs. So I'm happy to just kind of wait and, let the next 100 points or so in the SPOOs to the upside possibly just go without me. I'm just going to take my scalps and, wait for us to potentially get some sort of rotation back down before I put a ton on.
I'm with it. I've been definitely extra scalpy start the new year. I'm also in the same boat. I've taken it light, not really looking to catch home runs or slam any huge size just yet. Trying to build the buffer for the new year, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pad that 2026 cushion before we start scaling up a little bit.
I probably should just be trading silver or something else, and since those are actually moving and providing you opportunities to make some money, especially in the micros and the newly announced they missed the opportunity to call it the nano futures, like whatever the other one is. I don't know what the C technically stands for. I guess SIL is not like the micro silver. So they made some interesting, I guess, acronym choices with the silver micros as opposed to calling it like MSI or something.
Yeah.
So what do I know? But yeah, it is swoosh. It is in fact sick.
Totally sick.
So yeah, I think Tracy said 100 ounces, I believe.
Yeah.
Versus 5,000 or 1,000. But yeah, one of my trading buddies did make that comment and asked, I think when silver was doing like the 8% days a couple weeks ago, is there anything smaller than a micro?
That's insane. Those are huge days on silver.
Jeff, it's comic stuff. They can't name anything correctly.
Chat, how you guys doing, bro? How's y'all's new year? What's been the vibe? Everybody making money?
Oh, why am I still on my 1 hour chart? All right, we're getting a little bit of momentum here to the upside.
Yeah, long's looking good for you. What was your entry?
827.
Ooh.
And full transparency, I did take a scratch stop earlier before I got back into this. Like right around all this little blue delta you're seeing build here. I was kind of trying to build into a 3 lot there. Ended up taking a small scratch and then decided to get back in.
827. Yeah, that's nice. That's a solid entry.
Yeah, those 820s I feel like continued to be resistance in the last couple of weeks. So see if it's going to continue to act as support here, but I don't know. We were trading at the 26,000 like 20 yesterday during trade the close, and I was trying to get short, but hate shorting highs of the days on Mondays after a trend day to the upside. So
yeah.
But how have you traded today?
Great. I mean, yeah, I took one L to start the day, and then my next trade, I grabbed a nice little IB failure on the low there. That was earlier this morning, around 9:50 Central Time. Took a nice long off that bounce from IB low and rode that for a little bit, which put me nice in the green today. So we'll take it on 2 trades, 1 L, 1 W, nice and green on the day.
Nice. Very cool.
It's been a nice range today on the IB. A lot of up and down between the IB ranges today.
Mm-hmm. And it was funny, even off the open, it just everything looked like, and I was short 26,034, like post CPI, kind of trading the afterglow of it, which every once in a while I'll do when we get something silly, and then I see buyers just stop, like in a situation like that, because I can't obviously get long into news. But saw that and then kind of came up and round tripped me back towards 26K. And then we reoffered again the exact same spot. And I didn't take it the second time, which was frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, my first the first trade that I took that was an L, Nasdaq really just did me dirty. I know we had this move down to what was it 818, and we formed the IB here, and we came back down to see we formed the IB, we got a pop up to 878. I end up taking a long around the 820s. There's like around 825. And I was thinking, the Nasdaq looks like it's about ready to base out here. I don't think we get a push below IB low. So I took the long, and Nasdaq actually came down and wicked me out right
Ooh,
there at the bottom of those lows at 813, and then just rallied. And so I ended up re-entering my position and taking that long again. But the first attempt on that long, Nasdaq really did me dirty. Rather annoying.
yeah. Well, hopefully we get this move back up here. Yes.
Looks like it happened to a few people in the chat too. That's why it's called
Yeah.
Nazi Naz. Yeah, 100%.
It was very choppy and kind of annoying off the open. And then you had that push back up. Yeah.
Yeah, it was dirty. It happens though. That's what you get trading Nasdaq.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Curious if we can get this move back up here to the weekly WAP.
What's an IB? Initial balance, first hour of the trading session, high and low. Let's take that first hour of the New York Open, whatever time zone you're in. For me, I'm central, so that's 8:30 to 9:30, and take the high and low of that time frame.
Yeah, Jeff, I was watching that game too, and I fell asleep, and then I blinked, and suddenly it was like 7-6, and then it was 30-6 out of nowhere, and it was the fourth quarter, and I was like, oh, okay, I missed the rest of this snooze fest of a game apparently.
Trish, 100%. If we could all eliminate losses and just have wins, we'd all be rich. I'm with it.
That was gold.
Soccer is the best. I could never really watch soccer. I don't know why. Like my entire family loves watching soccer. I don't know. I lose
I
interest really fast.
I watched the World Cup. That's about it,
Yeah.
and I'm sure I'll get some hate from our lovely friends across the pond, who football is life, I guess. I see. I can't get into F1 either, though. Like actually watching and following. I can't. I've tried. I've tried to get into it. Just doesn't do it for me.
No, I can't either.
But here's the thing. All sports are currently having that effect and have kind of for the last year. I've just lost a little bit of interest, I guess.
I've lost interest unless I have money riding on it.
Me, it's like a time thing to constantly follow. Like the NFL is probably the only thing I'm actually watching outside of then college basketball.
Hmm.
But really just care about my team and March Madness. Wait, Joe, you're in St. Louis? I thought you weren't you? I thought you were actually in St. Louis. Where you actually live then?
Springfield.
Okay,
Yeah, Springfield, Missouri. It's like a few hours south of St. Louis.
got it.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I'm here today and possibly tomorrow. We might be going back tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but
Business or pleasure?
neither.
Oh, classic.
Neither. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, no, my wife is having a procedure up here.
Oh,
So
got it.
yeah.
Wish her well.
Thank you.
Come on, don't chase me out of this.
What are you aiming for on this long? What's your TP?
I'd potentially take it off at 900s,
Okay.
but I may not get the chance. Sellers are reoffering here. And ES looks less constructive than NQ now does on this long, but we'll see if the 90s hold as it continues to do. God, I just got really hungry out of nowhere.
Time to hit the DoorDash, bro.
Did not eat lunch today. I just realized it.
Dude, to be honest, I'm going through like my write-offs from last year, and my DoorDash expense is insane.
Yeah, that I believe.
Brad Pitt is from Springfield. Yeah, his family still lives there. When Brad Pitt was with I think it was yeah, Angelina Jolie, they would come to like the Springfield Mall and like be all like incognito and stuff, and like you wouldn't be able to really tell it was them, but there'd be like pictures and videos. Joey's better looking than Brad Pitt. I don't think so. I'll take the best looking bald guy you've ever seen. So wait, that's you? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Vin Diesel gave me a good competition. I think I got Vin Diesel beat. You don't believe I'm bald? That's crazy. Sellers starting to come back through here.
Leo is bald too. I don't know if Leo's bald.
Nah, Leo ain't bald. That dude has a full head of hair.
Like losing patience in this long and this market in the second half of the day. We've just been hanging on these lows. Like, yes, been stuck in like a 4.5 point range for hours.
Trying to bait me to take the cap off. I'm pretty sure I've been on NinjaTrader bald without a hat on. I'm pretty sure I've done a bald stream here. Jenna, I know. I get attacked every time I come on here.
The chat needs new ammo apparently.
Yeah.
they have to find their fun in the lulls sometimes of
There
the
was
afternoon
literally like
markets.
I forget when it was. I think it was when I was on with like XY or something. But I literally hopped on stream and it wasn't even like a minute into the stream that I was like getting roasted.
I mean, we've all been there. Everyone gets roasted from the chat. It's just a part of the right. It's the rite of passage on the show, in any show, and just streaming in general. Let's be serious.
Chat, I save a lot of money on shampoo, bro.
Yeah, my shampoo's expensive. Nick, if you can only use price action and candlesticks, what would you look for as confirmation to enter a trade? I would move to the 1 hour or 4 hour um, candles, and I'd be entering on basically support and resistance as far as rejections of like those 4 hour and 1 hour wick like clusters, like areas, because that's exactly how I'd suddenly find a way to build my own visual volume profile without a volume profile. So that's how I would do it. And then I'd be waiting for like the next candle to close or be moving like a 1 hour closing above like a 4 hour close or something. And then entering potentially on that. That's probably what I would do. If I was strictly only using candles, depending on how far back I'm allowed to look as well, I would probably focus on the 1 hour and 4 hour. Which there's a little secret sauce there because that's kind of how I draw certain things, certain lines on my 4 hour chart as it is. I look for clusters like that.
John says Joey's IB strategy has changed my life. Holy. Nice, John. Love that. IB's powerful, man. It's been my go-to. See, Joey, on an inside IB day like today, are you hands off or how would you trade this? You know, on days like today when we are ranging, it makes failed auctions. And what I mean by failed auction is like, that break below, say it break below IB low and then finding strength back within it. It makes those failed auctions more powerful, right? Because we're not really trending in any direction. So when we do get those breakouts through those levels, the reversal plays from there can be pretty strong. Because again, we're just ranging, we're going back up within the range after we break out of it, right? And so catching those reversals there are really, really nice. I would say, where I struggle, where the IB trades for me struggle the most are on those trending days. Because again, my bread and butter are failed auctions on levels, right? But when we're trending, we're not really getting those, or at least I'm not really getting those failures that I like to trade, those reversals from those levels, right? So on days like today, I look for either that IB high or IB low to really come into play, whether we bust through it and find strength, or if we get somewhat close to it, knowing that we're ranging, get somewhat close to those levels and then look for any strength to come out of it. And so, honestly, I think ranging days like today are perfect for my type of strategy. Can you explain your IB strategy? I think I kind of did in a way, but I can I can draw it out for you, just kind of visualize it for you.
Oh, here
Uh,
come the crayons.
Yeah, pull out the crayon. So we have like this, for example, right? We have our entire, here, let me zoom out or zoom back in a little bit. We have our entire IB range here, right? Which is blue shaded area. Up here we have IB high. Down here we have IB low. And essentially what I'm looking for, and this is what played out right here actually, is let's just say that price comes down, right? Comes down below IB low that you see here. Okay. Now, a failed auction for me is when we bust through that IB low and we find strength, right? And come back up within the IB range to catch that reversal play to at least 50% of the IB range. Now, on a day like today, I'm probably not going to get that because we do have a pretty large IB. I mean, it's 230 points. So I'd be happy to capture like, 30, 40 points out of a trade like that. But essentially, I want to see price break out of the IB range, all right, and then find strength back within it to catch the continuation back up within the range. Those have been pretty powerful. And then vice versa on the IB high, right? If we go to IB high up here, which is at, let's see, 26,043, 42 or so. Find strength, or see price break out above IB high, right? And then catch weakness up here to come back within the range, take the short and catch the momentum play back down more into the range. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. But a technical, and you can look it up too, like a technical failed auction is when you have price move out of the range, but then you have a 30-minute candle closure back within the range. That's a technical failed auction. Now, if you wait for a 30-minute closure, chances are you might miss the move because they can happen fast. So generally what I do is I'll look at the 5-minute or 1 minute and try to identify any confluence that shows either weakness or strength, depending on what I'm looking for, and take the trade on the lower time frame there instead of waiting for a 30-minute candle closure. That way I try to get the best possible entry that I can.
What do you guys think about only trading one market? I mean, that's primarily what I do most days. I mean, I look at other markets, but actively trading, I mean, I'm still pretty much just 95% of the time ES and NQ. But I do dabble in gold. I do throw some CL around every once in a while. And I took a couple silver trades yesterday. More so just to feel it out.
Based off of that info, would I take the short now? No, right? Because again, we're around IB low, right? So ideally, I want to see strength, right? So I want to see us bust through IB low, right? So I'm not going to take the trade of us busting through IB low, right? I'm going to wait for that to happen, then find strength and catch a long opportunity, right? Of the strength back up into the range, right? So that would be the ideal trade scenario that I would look for. You got it, yacht.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling a bit silly, but
Yeah, it is.
we're still holding the spot on ES and the old 65, 69.50s in the SPOOs. We'll see how much they actually want to try to push us down here. At what point in drawdown should I just reset the account? I mean, if you're talking like a prop account, just let it die. Like let it ride
Yeah.
at that point. Like let it hit. Don't reset it before you could still be throwing a micro and trying to dig yourself out of it. There's no point. You've already paid for it.
Yeah.
If you're talking a cash account, I mean, that's a whole different conversation. They're going to come get me, aren't they?
Did you go to break even on your trade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if ES kind of loses the spot, I really don't want to be in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, on evals, I would tell you, let it blow the account in theory. Like, see if you can find another trade with one micro to try to dig yourself out of it. If not, there's no you're gonna have to reset the count anyway. So let the final trade occur in theory. Not telling you to blow the account, but you can see what you could do with one micro rather than just resetting it when you still have some drawdown. Hey guys, first time watching this live. Well, we appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. Tell your friends. Cooper, that's not very nice. Are you trying to place some sort of blame on me for said range? Yes, Daston. Hope I'm saying your name right. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, with different people. You'll see me, you'll see Joey, you'll see a very diverse group of different traders and backgrounds throughout the morning program, as well as Trade the Close here with us. So keep hanging out with us. Tell your friends. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Maybe even turn on those notifications so you know when we are live if you are new to the channel. But we do this every day starting at 8 a.m. Eastern time. And then we take a quick break for lunch. And then we come back to Trade the Close. What is it? At 2:30 Eastern. I don't know why I'm saying Eastern. I say Central Time, but that just sounded weird in my head for some reason. I had to do the math. But yeah, keep hanging out with us. A lot of good traders, a lot of good macroeconomic information that's given out by folks like Tracy, Jim, and Deli, who are very, very long-standing individuals in this space who know a lot more than Joey and I just feel honored to hang out with them and listen to them sometimes, but you get to have some fun with some of us traders here in the afternoon. Nick, what third-party indicators do you use? This is Order Flow Labs. If you've ever seen me, Leo, XY, trade on the show, we all use these indicators. Basically, it's just visualizations of time and sales and visualization of things like delta in different ways and volume in different ways. That just kind of helps us read things a little bit more effectively as far as order flow in real time. But they are not free. They are paid indicators, but they do have several. There's a freemium edition on their website as well. Nick, when moon? Well, I hope soon because I am long from the lows. Zero to Hero. Order Flow Labs is the name. You can check out their YouTube page, their website. It's all right there. But there's a freemium edition for NinjaTrader on their website that you can quickly add the file for. Won't get you everything, but it gives you a good amount of information and should get you started. Shab, I know you were late to yesterday's Trade the Close when you missed somehow how I got conned by Leo and one of our lovely members in the chat to take a said bet that the chat could not get us to 500 likes and thumbs ups for the stream. But as far as that con went, the bet was on Wednesday, I will be passing a Buc-ee's and I will film myself going in, purchasing said onesie, and that depending on how I'm feeling, because I am going to a tattoo session Wednesday evening, and I usually am not supposed to have it completely covered the first like 24, 48 hours. I may push it to the following week and wear it on Monday. If not, you will see me on Thursday morning for Trade the Open with Jack in a Buc-ee's onesie. That is the bet that I unfortunately had made and lost, and I'm all for it. So thank you once again, chat, for holding me accountable and actually getting us to 500 likes, even though I suspect the majority of you were using alts. What are the milestones today? I don't know. Maybe Joey can place a bet. I'm good. I'm tapped out for this week's bets with the chat. Joey has to wear a wig. See, Job used alts. So I don't hate you guys for doing it, but still, even with all the alt accounts, nobody was able to match the like count that XY and I had once received for our afternoon stream, getting us well over 1,200. And to this day, nobody has matched that or the 5,000 concurrent viewers that we had that were 100% real. What happened to Stowe? Stowe is fine. He's just taking some time, spending time with his family, and just taking care of personal things going on. So he will be back when he is ready. But he is been posting on X, so he's getting there. But he is fine. We talk to him all the time.
Why is it that I come back and I see the chat and I see things about wearing a wig and growing my hair out?
Yeah, I didn't even notice you left, and I had Business Duck with me. So Business Duck, once again, thank you for picking up the slack. But yes, since we were talking about my bet to wear a Bucky's onesie on Thursday or Monday onto the stream because I lost a bet yesterday because the chat proved me wrong with getting 500 likes, they wanted to say what is on today's docket, and I said I don't know. Ask Joey. And the chat thinks if they do something or something happens, whatever the bet would possibly be, that Joey would wear a wig on stream.
Oh, okay. I guess I gotta go wig shopping then.
I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to wager with the chat here.
Oh,
Mine
chat.
was, I mean, I didn't even do it. They just threw it out to me because I was wearing a Bucky's hat yesterday. I don't even remember who conned me into it.
Oh man, just get some extensions. I don't really have anything for the extensions to to clip onto.
They're going to come get my stop, aren't they? Yes, they're going to make a new low. And this new low here in ES will put the Leo stat in play, which did in fact fail yesterday. So, everyone still forgets that 30% of the time, it can still fail every time. No, Mike, it would not be encouraging because I'm still long.
We need the buyers to step up for his long. Chat, who's got the big account to help out Nick here? Who can just go like send out some contract, get it to help his long here? We gotta send price back to 900s.
The Leo stat, we talk about it constantly, but it's not really the Leo stat. He didn't invent it or some reason, but I just call it that. But basically, it would be the L period, M period stat, where 69% of the time, and that is in fact the rough number, when we make a new high of the day or a new low of the day in L period, which is the current TPO window that we are in, that we also will make a new high or low in M period, which is the one coming up in about 8 minutes. So that would be the Leo stat, technically. And ES, I mean, someone confirmed we didn't make a new low. So it is not in play just yet. Yeah, ES did not make a new low. Got very close once again. The lows are starting to look relatively poor. See, Joey, by the way, they like your bald head.
Oh Lord, chat, y'all are wild. Should I take the hat off, chat? Is that what it is? Do we just need to get it out the way? Where did he learn about IB and auction theory? So if you want to learn about IB, there's a a book called Mind Over Markets. They cover IB in there pretty well if you're a reader. Just keep in mind, it's not really a book that you read, it's a book that you study. So if you want to learn about IB, there's some good info in there. Trying to think where else. IB's been around for a very long time.
Come on, buyers. Make it happen.
Need to make it happen right here. Full send it.
I will take a full send. Jeff, what'd you do? You put a 20 on 69.85? I mean, they're not going to apparently make the new low. And they got 5 minutes to do it, or my long's going to work. Robert, Trump was speaking. In fact, he had some very colorful words for Jerome Powell, as well as some wonderful remarks regarding his stance on rate cuts, as well as how happy he was that the market continues to make high. And even comments on that the way the market should function is when data's good, the market should go up, which just made me laugh. Because, you know, I believe all the data too. I was very much like dying at the stacking of statements that he kept making. Praised low gas prices, said credit card interest is too high. Talking about drug cartels. Yeah, he gave a very wide range of statements this afternoon. Just one of those things. The guy just goes up to a microphone and just starts riffing. So you just never know.
I gotta go back and
no
listen to
position
what
is
he
safe,
said.
even if he's at an automotive engagement, whatever it was. Detroit Economic Club, that was it. Yes, he said when the market goes up, the Fed should lower rates. And when there's good news, the market should go up.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it again. Listen to him. I didn't hear anything he said today.
I didn't
I need to
listen
go-
to it. I just
I need
saw
to go back for the entertainment.
I just saw it and then heard Tracy regurgitate some of it too, which just made me laugh. And then I went back and read it, which made it even better. He's a silly goose. Yes.
Trump's always going after somebody.
They're going to come get me. Everybody pour one out for my soon to be break even stop out. And prepare to potentially long because ES is probably going to make a new low. It's going to stop me out. And then there it is. Okay, they did it. So the M period stat is now in play on ES. L period made it a new low of the day. So 69% of the time, every time, we will, in fact, make an M period low of the day.
Question is now, do we come down to IB low? Or are we just going to hold these 30s, 20s? I would take if we got to move back to IB low and kind of like what I was explaining earlier, and we found strength back up within the IB range, I might take a long from there. We got about what 20 minutes till algo time.
Wait, what? 30 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes till Lago time. Sorry. I was responding to somebody. You think NQ is frozen? No. What does it say? What does the stat say when there's a divergence? NQ did not make a new low. I've asked that question before. I don't think it changes the stat that much. The percentage, excuse me. The likelihood of success or failure.
Redneck trades, what's up? Yeah, price get a little weird until algo time.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
we're on the lows.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a weird session.
Redneck, how'd you do today? You nice and green? Let's go. Love that. And Nas really is trying to push
It's
down these lows here.
going. I mean, it's got, oh no, we're already past it. It's end period. Never mind. I was going to say it's got 20 seconds to make a new low. No, it's done. I mean, I still don't hate the longs. Come on. Just like how often am I supposed to have confidence in sellers ever, let alone the end of the day?
It would be filthy if we just decided to dump it the rest of the day. IB low is sitting down there at 812, about 11 points off. I don't think it'd take too much for us to get there.
Mm-mm.
Been a green week. Nice, Redneck. Everybody loves a green week. My background is different. Yeah, I'm not at home. I'm on my travel setup right now. I'm in St. Louis. It's only Tuesday. That is true. It is only Tuesday. I'm not in the doghouse. No, no. Now here come these lows on NASDAQ.
Yeah, I better hit them. After all that, after stopping me out, you better do it. Did anyone take this short off this, whatever you want to call this little consolidation up here? I doubt it, but maybe somebody did. Maybe someone's still riding short from 26K. Anybody? Ooh, silver.
Mark is in to 10 positions long.
I hate myself. I was trying to build or trying to get short silver at like 88, 80s earlier. Like, and I just kind of was like, no, it's like, I'm still haven't watched this enough to feel confident.
Hmm. Oh, there goes
And
the lows.
it's down 3% from that spot.
Lows got taken down to 800s or low,
Mm-hmm.
or we'll see, 804s.
Took out the IB low. ES. Okay, so here's the thing too with the L period M period stat. ES has now satisfied the stat. So whatever happens from here, it doesn't matter. The stat has been fulfilled. Yeah, I just feel like I just kind of executed poorly today. I had good entries. It's just did not manage them well.
Now that we've uh taken that low and taken IB low, if I were to look for longs, I want to see a little bit of strength come through. We are getting close to algo time, so I'm not getting overly excited, but ideally there would be strength here if I were to take any longs. See us come back up within the IB range.
It's still going.
Yeah. Hovering the IB low there at 812s.
Anybody in micro Bitcoin? I think that's what MBT is. No, I've never actually traded it with real money.
I haven't either.
Just props. And even then it was like, one or two random days.
I've never really like traded crypto like
No.
in any major capacity, even just
Yeah,
like even just buying and holding it. Like I haven't really done it.
it never appealed that much to me. Even I guess the new futures contracts, it's just like I don't know. I get enough volatility from the things I trade as it is. I don't think I need to add another.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll become a single stock futures trader when those launch. That is going to make the earnings announcements all that much more interesting for some of the mega caps when they do that. Because the decay of options will be different, I would imagine, because now there's different ways to express opinions. It'll be interesting. The implied volatility. I think a lot of things might change with that. I don't know.
And a little
Where's
bit of a pop off IB
where's
low here.
NQ's previous day low? We still got a ways, like 100 points.
Seeing a little bit of buying coming back above IB low here. We'll see if it sustains.
I mean, Jeff, yeah, you're not wrong. I'm curious to see how liquid when they launch, like how liquid it's going to be, margin, like all of that stuff, and like the differences versus me in theory, like just buying shares of some of these companies too. Like how I guess how much leverage is it really? even compared to options too. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm kind of pausing my opinions on it until I see more and actually see it. But yeah, nerd flavor, I don't think it's going to pull liquidity. I really don't think it would, because I think it's still going to be a mechanism for institutions, market makers, other people to hedge and, kind of utilize and more how to stay like delta neutral for some of their other positions and things. So, and with the ETFs and things, I think they'll still be needing different mechanisms to you know what I'm saying. I don't know. My brain's turning off here in the afternoon. I think people understand what I'm kind of talking about. Josh, it's 4 times the intraday. Okay. So it'd be like 100 shares per lot. Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I'm sure we're going to talk a ton about it as they release and as we get more information. I'm sure we will talk about them plenty on this show.
Nas looking like it wants a V bottom off IB low here.
Shocker. I mean, I was in at 28. It only went for 27, like 20 points lower. Of course. Of course.
Really solid buying there.
Yeah, ES looks a lot more constructive too so far than in Q off that low. A nice little exhaustion at the overnight low, previous month high, right down there at the 84, 85 area. See if we can push back above 90s. And then it might be off to the races. You're in at 810s. Nice entry. Right at the IB low.
Nice. That's solid. No names, but someone has me trading IB. I mean, listen, on this trade, IB strikes again, chat. That's why I like it on range days, because you can always get some good movement off those levels. Now, whether we hold it through algo time, I don't know, because we are getting close to algos, but we'll see. Sandy, IB is 1 hour. The moves off the range has been great today. It really has. Yeah, it's been pretty solid, honestly. So IB
Yeah.
is the same as opening range, different time. It's very similar. A lot of people trade it the same way. You look at people who trade like the 15-minute opening range, they look for either breakouts and then retest and continuations, or breakouts and then coming back within the range. So it's very similar in a sense. Just instead the initial balance is over an hour time frame, which you have more data there. You have more of a range to play with. But it is traded pretty similar.
PAX says the 15-minute OR. I don't think PAX says anything outside of the 30-second OR, but somebody can correct me if that's wrong. I don't think PAX says 15-minute. I think he cares about the first 30 seconds of trade.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, I mix in the 30-second and then the 5-minute OR as well as IB. But with those three, I think you've got more than enough to kind of base a more balanced area to enter potentially on.
Definitely. So IB is always the first hour, correct? Yep. IB is always first hour. Hi, Redneck. How's it going, bro? Good to see you.
I think after hours is way easier to trade. For some people it is, but I think it depends on, how many points you're going for, your sizing, and all the above. I have never been a good low liquidity Globex trader, but I'm also not really awake and not really the time of day that I'm in probably the best headspace after a long day here in the US, at night when I want to just be relaxing and turning my brain off. Me trying to effectively trade a lower volume, lower speed Globex has never been a recipe for success for me. But I have plenty of friends and trading buddies that make their living trading between, the 6 p.m. Eastern hours to the 9:30 Eastern time open. Like they trade all night, overnight. Just not my cup of tea. I've learned that the hard way.
I lose patience too fast.
Yeah.
During
I
Asia.
tend to oversize, trying to make things happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, just historically, trying to do anything outside of longs during Globex is usually a bad idea. This is just notoriously a bullish time frame in the markets, the overnight. And then, RTH tends to balance more and then most of the gains happen throughout the overnight. It's an interesting statistic that's kind of there that I think the London session actually provides majority of the S&P's gains in a given year.
Mm-hmm. The only time I'll trade Asia is if I'm like looking at a gold trade or something.
Yeah, that's what I've learned too. It's like if you're going to trade another product, the indices, are not always the best thing to trade. If you're looking for a two-way trade or just anything that's got a little more volume and oomph to it, yeah, maybe look at the metals or another product.
Oh, look at this move on NQ, buying straight up.
I mean, shocker, guys. It stopped me out and we found a bottom right after that. Anyone surprised? I'm not.
Just V bottomed. What happened to you, Nick, literally happened to me this morning.
What happened to me is what happens to me constantly on this show. Ed in the chat knows. But yeah, for you and me though, it's like that's like peak, relaxing nighttime and the middle of the night. Versus if you're on the West Coast, it's still kind of the early afternoon, and you could basically trade Asia and then kind of wind down and go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, London's a little harder for the West Coast, but that 2-hour difference gives you at least something to trade, especially because you actually can, it's like 5 o'clock for you when suddenly Asia's actually open.
I'm trying to be in bed by like 9 p.m., so I'm not trying to trade Asia.
Yep. Same. That's one thing too. We need to move my daughter, I think, upstairs is what we're going to do. Just to not feel like we have to just go lay in bed at 7:30 now, which is what happens. She's just becoming not a lighter sleeper, but she's A bomb can't go off anymore downstairs, and she's gonna sleep through it. Now she hears things. So
Jeez.
it's like watching TV in the living room, like the sound just can carry. So I think we're gonna move her upstairs and try to get my evening back a little bit. I feel like I have to go to bed the second after I put her down.
Cajun says Nick stop is an entry, uh, as an entry is the GOAT indicator.
Yes. Yes, it is. Jacob, Nick, do you have
Attention
any
traders.
suggestions? Oh,
It's algo time.
thanks, Kane. Do I have any suggestions on how to beat intraday drawdown on props? So I am not the person to ask. I have never had success with firms, like prolonged success with firms that offer intraday trailing. It's just, I'm not that kind of trader. I just, too many things, like I'm too happy and like perfectly fine. Like as you guys saw, I let a 50-point single lot NQ trade. So $1,000 round trip me. And I'm perfectly okay with that. That's just kind of my way of trading. When I'm in a one lot, like I'm going to let the trade kind of go. If I'm in a three lot, I probably peel off going into that. But I've never been successful in props that penalize you in theory for, taking runners or letting trades really play out and going stop break even. It just doesn't, it's never worked for me for a long period of time. When I have had success with doing them, like I've had to be super scalpy. Like I'm going into this and I'm going with a three lot, I'm going 20 to 30 points on NQ. And the second it gets past 20, my stop goes to 20. And then my full take profit is sitting at 30. Like that's kind of how you have to do it. You have to be scalpy. You can't go in it with anything more than I'm going for this amount of points and that's it. You can't be greedy. You have to get past that buffer as efficiently as possible.
Yeah.
But not the person to ask. I've always been terrible at them and I've wasted countless amounts of money and resets on those firms in the past. So my advice would be just skip them. Go to, there's so many out there that offer end of day, especially if you're still learning. And I don't think it means like if you can't do trailing, you're not a bad trader by any means. It's just not my style of trading.
Yeah. I would say the best thing you can do is be scalpy, but make sure you set limit orders to at your TP. Like if you're going for 10 to 15 points, set a limit order to take a TP at that level. Because the overall goal and like the objective of that is just try to stay as far away of the intraday trailing drawdown as you can. Right. And so when you have manual TP set and it goes up and hits your TP, you're taking your profit at the maximum P&L that you were at instead of it, going up in P&L, then coming back and then you taking profits. Well, now you taking profits at a closer point to your intraday trailing drawdown that's trailing you, right? And so when you have that manual TP, you're taking profit at the absolute peak of your P&L, keeping you furthest away from that intraday trailing drawdown, which is the goal, right? So it's super important to do that, and then just take scalps that it can help inch your way further into the account instead of trying to be greedy and go for those home run trades. Because being honest, home run trades on those intraday trailing drawdown accounts they just don't work. Like you're gonna blow the accounts.
Joshua, there's no advantage for the trader to having an intraday trailing drawdown. It is 100% in the advantage of the firm because it gives you a much easier way to fail. So, yeah. Like I said,
I don't recommend
I'm
them.
not a fan.
Yeah, I don't recommend them. But if you are going to do them, set those manual TPs. That way, when you do take profits, it's at the absolute peak.
Man, we really did just stop me out and go. Classic trade the close here with Nick. Gotta love it. Jeff, yeah, there's plenty. You can check out Lucid Trading. You can check out Tradeify. Who else, Joey, that has end of day?
There's Lucid, Tradeify, My Funded Futures. Who else? Uh, I think trade day is a good one that a lot of people use.
Yeah,
I,
those are
I would
probably,
say I would say probably the most popular ones right now. I mean, and again, this is my opinion, but probably the most popular ones right now are Lucid and Tradeify.
yeah. And those are both solid firms. I'd
Yeah.
recommend starting with if you've never played around with props and you wanted to, that's probably a good place to start. You're going to keep going. It's going to get to 900s now, Joey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now it's going to do
It
it.
looks that way.
Yeah, Jacob, they all have slightly different rules as far as, how payouts are going to work, and there's different accounts and things. So just depends on what you choose. But the whole point is eventually, hopefully you've built up a good enough balance. They'll take you live. You can get a big payout. You can trade actually on exchange. Did we get there? Almost. Here it
Almost.
comes.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Everyone,
About
like I said,
7 points off.
pour one out. Pour one out for my break-even stop.
I mean, hey, dude, props to you for not revenge trading it, huh?
I mean, I thought about getting back in. I mean, the IB low, and I even
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
a lovely delta flip positive there. So give me a reason to. Plus, I mean, I have been going on about on ad nauseum at this point about this like 800s, 820s to 800s spot being support or sorry, resistance for the last few weeks, and now obviously acting as support. I've taken shorts up here. I think between the 780s and 820s several times the last couple weeks. So, yippee, we got there. But been a good session. We had a trade, scratch, break even, all good. We had the M period stat play out on ES. So, it's been a good day. We got to reaffirm that, yes, I am in fact going to purchase the onesie tomorrow. For all of you in the chat who were maybe thinking I wasn't going to do it, it will be filmed as well and posted to Twitter, Instagram. Maybe we'll even do it IRL. One of these days, maybe I'll actually become an actual influencer and do things like that. But at this point, I'm too lazy, to be honest. People always ask, like, hey, when brisket stream? You guys don't want a 12-hour stream of my smoker cooking a brisket. Let's be honest. You don't want that.
Dude, an IRL stream though, those are kind of fun though. Those are kind of fun to watch.
Do they do them live? Are they supposed to be live?
Yeah, IRL stream. Yeah.
I
Live.
just don't know what I'd be doing that is good enough for an IRL stream that would actually garner viewers or worthiness of somebody actually watching this.
Weren't you supposed to do like an IRL hunting stream?
I mean, I would do that, but I don't know how much people would actually want that. I also think the certain people might come after me.
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah.
not like we need that.
No.
Hey guys.
Hey, Jim.
What up, Jim?
Nick, man, I think you did the right thing with that stop. I mean, there was a gnarly double bottom about to get just destroyed there with a lot of targets down below. So
Yeah,
I think you played it safe.
I did. The only thing you do there is do you really want to get back in with whatever 15 minutes basically left in the session? Probably not.
Yeah,
Not my style
no.
to hold things into the algo as well. So it's all good.
Yeah, no, 100% you did the right thing for sure.
Yeah.
I would have taken my full stop out and then still would have reversed on me anyway. So it's all.
Yeah.
We're back tomorrow.
Yep. Live to fight another day. What is that? What is Pax's line?
Live to trade another day.
Is it live to
I don't
fight
know.
it? Fight another? I don't know. Pax has got so many good lines. I can't remember them all.
Yes, he does.
Anyway, great advice and discussion from both of you guys today for sure.
Thanks, Jim.
Appreciate it, Jim.
So let's see what happens here on the close. Just we'll hang tight here for a second, and then we'll talk about tomorrow.
Tomorrow's going to be a fun morning.
Oh, it's going to be off the hook at NinjaTrader Live. I'll tell you why in a second. But let's see if we can get to that session VWAP here in the NASI. We're about 9.
There's my 900s.
We got about 7 handles left. Let's go.
Thanks, Cooper.
Joshua, what else is there, man? NinjaTrader, let's go. Get those PAX indicators going. Yeah, point of control is going to win this, or is it going to be VWAP?
Oh, gonna tag the VWAP.
Yeah, baby.
What a V bottom there, IB low.
Yeah. And the session, there we go. Session volume profile is on that big Nazi is just ugly.
Yeah, it was.
So, any event, great job, you guys, today. Tanya had the best quote on X today. She said literally, and I quote, "Can't hold any position for too long in this market." And that's been the story of the day.
Yeah.
So, but any event, awesome. I appreciate everybody being here at NinjaTrader Live. I do want to remind everybody there's a subscribe button. It's important to us. It's great for the network, brings more people in. High tides lift all boats. This is the best chat community that I've ever been involved in, and it's been decades for me, guys. So, thumbs up to you. Kudos to you guys for being super cool, helpful, helping each other out. That's what it's all about. Because this is tricky business. It's not easy to do, as we all know. So, thank you for that. Let's give a round of applause and some last second thumbs up for Nick for taking Joey. Outstanding job. There you go. I love that. Mission control's the best.
Love that.
Tomorrow, when I say off the hook, I'm not kidding. It's literally, we have a lineup here. I'm going to read it to you. Hang on. Where's my X post? I just lost it. Bear with me a second. I'm such a knucklehead. I'm going to have to go back because that's where I put it. On my X post, that's my Bible right now. All right, so special guest in the morning, Craig Fuller. Craig is Freight Alley on X. Then we're going to have Tape Talk with Farm. Trade the Open, Trader Kane and Leo, per usual on a Wednesday. Midday Markets, Nick's coming back with XYZ.
But hot off the presses, XY and I are going to jump in an hour early to hang out with Kane and Leo.
No way.
So we'll be having a little 4-way stream going.
There you go. Even better, man. More the merrier. That's going to be a combination. That's going to be worth the price of admission right there, by the way, everybody. And then Nick and XYZ will stick around a little bit longer, right?
Yep.
Then we're trading the close. Trading the close with Jack. Joey's going to be back tomorrow afternoon with a Selma. So that's, again, we're going to have a powerful threesome there. So it's going to be a great show. But we're not done yet. 4 p.m. Remember, I already said this once, but in case you joined late, Jared Tendler is going to be with us for a retail therapy session, a whole hour, 4 to 5. And Jared is simply the best. So totally looking forward to that show tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed early. I go to bed early anyway, but I'm going to go to bed early. So it's going to be super off the hook. So good news is I get to see both of you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Love it.
All right. Most important message, end of the day, please be safe out there. Be good to each other. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you, chat.
Later, guys.